Okay. So, first things first, um, most of, I think, two of you, Francis and Smart, both of you, you've not been given the logins to the lab, and that is not entirely Mr. Bryan's fault. So, before your next class, or let's say before your next two class or next class, try and find a feasible time to walk over the lab logins and to ensure that you could connect to the lab from your end. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So the timing we'll be using once the Google Drive. Who wants to join Valentine? Okay, Valentine, you could make it. That's interesting. Yeah, welcome. So let me recall. Valentine, your login, your SOC lab logins have been given to you, right?
No.
You mean you're not able to connect to the lab? I thought those were the first things that were done for you.
No, I connected to the lab, but you said that I should just be viewing it. Like
Oh,
then
okay, okay, meaning you've already, the setup has been done for you.
yeah, now me and you, I did it already.
Okay, so now Ozioma and Francisca, they've not had time to set up theirs. So later, before their next class, they will be able to do that. So welcome anyway. This introduction class is going to go a bit swift because this is an advanced class, not the beginners class. So we're going to go a bit fast, and we will. The end goal is for us to have ample time for practicals, ample time to go over the rudiments of the job function of a SOC analyst. So that's you just keep that at the back of your mind. By the end of your 2 months, I think Uzoma has 1 month. You and Valentine gets 2 months. But Uzoma, you have to do everything possible to utilize your own time. And of course, you already know the lab stays open for every learner throughout for 1 year, free for 1 year. So even without my direct assistance, you once you get to know what you need to do, then you could be doing them even without me sitting down there to tell you, okay, do this, do that. So that is by the way. So in case the link from the Google Drive times out, you get water, probably use 2 minutes to get a cup of water, then the second link will drop on the group, then we use that to wrap up. Then, like I said, each and every one of us will get a dedicated Google Drive for this particular program, where you get the direct links of the recording sections and any other materials we will need. And also to note that Valentine did the beginners program with us. So Valentine has some edge on. I think Valentine, you did the penetration testing beginners, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
juice shop, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it was an interesting one. Okay, so let's kickstart this. Introduction to cybersecurity. What is cybersecurity? Now, we must have heard this several times, at least since we are not beginners. But the more you grow into the industry, the more refined your answer is or is expected to be. So let me hear from you guys at your current stage. What is cybersecurity? Francisca, go first. Hello, Francisca. Go first.
Okay, I think cybersecurity is all about safeguarding the company's and to safeguard one's information against and any kind of intruders. That's
Is
what
that
I know.
is all right? Thank you. With your noisy environment. Uh, Smart.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Alright. Basically, cybersecurity is protecting systems and data from attacks, and even people too. You know, because from what I learned in the fundamentals, the first call to action or call to action when there is an attack is to protect the people first. So cybersecurity is literally protecting people, data, systems, and everything from cyber attacks.
Hmm. Thank you very much. Valentine.
Okay, cybersecurity is protecting of digital system, networks, and data from cyber attacks.
Okay, fantastic. See, all of us have given very interesting definitions. So, one that strikes most is what Ozioma said, the human being first. Because in the grand scale of things, human beings are the weakest chain of security in the grand scheme of security. Human beings are the weakest link. So it also involves protecting the human beings involved. Because you could, I don't know whether you've seen this meme where the soldier is all suited up with every armor, but yet the stone finds one small hole to enter into the helmet. Okay, so the human factor can be the weakest link. We have to still protect the human, protect the digital assets, etc. from attack. Okay, interesting. So cybersecurity refers to the practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. Now, these attacks are usually aimed at accessing, changing, or destroying sensitive information, most times extorting money from users or even interrupting normal business processes. If MTN has an issue or a cyber attack today, many businesses will be on a downtime, and that is not just about businesses, even nations and organizations, and also individuals. So, why does cybersecurity matter? Protection of data. Cybersecurity ensures that sensitive information remains confidential and is not accessed by unauthorized individuals. Business continuity. Companies rely on cybersecurity to keep their operations running smooth, preventing costly downtimes due to cyber attacks. Then national security. We all know that most countries consider cybercrime as a very huge national crime. So, under national security, protecting critical infrastructure and national interest from cyber threats is, as a matter of fact, a national security in most nations. So, we have the core concepts in cybersecurity for those of us who have gone through the ISC2, have the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So, when you go through your preliminary classes, you will get a hold of all these um, fundamental parts. So, that is that on the basic part of cybersecurity. So the job we are here to do is basically on Security Operations Center. So I'm going to take us through a ride of where the companies or industry or the age was before cybersecurity came, Security Operations Center came to be. So we are going to see the state of industries, how they were faring, the issues they had prior to Security Operations Center coming in. At any time when you have question, you can always pick up, raise up your hand, or let me know. Interrupt me, ask your questions because understanding is key. And like I said, time running with speed does not help you if you're not running with understanding. So at any time you feel lost or confused, please and please and please let Mr. Brian know, and I will always repeat myself no matter how many times it is. Okay, so we also got to find out that now just for record's sake, to give credit to who credit is due, this particular extract is from Anand Guru. He is an Indian cybersecurity tutor. He has done so much good things in the industry. So we adopted some of his extracts to balance the teaching in Security Operations Center. The link to his material and his courses will also be in your folder for extended researches for his programs. So, Security Operations Center, this domain only started evolving around since 2015. Also, 63% of cybersecurity jobs currently revolve around Security Operations Center. So, meaning if you go to a job site and search for cybersecurity jobs, there is a high bet that a good number of them will revolve around Security Operations Center. Then also it has a low entry barrier, meaning with the minimal certifications, you could get into a Security Operations Center role. So new certifications are also being created and focusing on SOC. So it's easier for us, for example, the ISC2. And when I was discussing with Smart, we talked extensively on the interchangeably states of ISC2 certified in security and Security Plus. So, Valentine, I'm not sure you were able to pull through for your ISC2 exam. Did you do that?
I did, but I didn't pass the exam.
Oh, fantastic. Why didn't you pass? Did you get the extra materials we pushed out?
I didn't get all the materials. It's just the. It was later I found out that there's one other material I was supposed to go through, so I just
Oh,
get with the little one again. Yeah.
and so what you're going to do is look for organizations that can give you voucher for that $190.
No, I can do it. I have it.
Okay, no problem. So please, before you sit for it again, you need um, the extra material, especially the ones from the. I think he's the Indian. The guy also is an Indian. The Indian guy
In
did
India.
his YouTube video. Yes,
Yeah, I have it. I have
you
that one.
have that one. Okay, that one
Yeah,
helps a lot too.
I just got it.
Also, okay, you just got it. Okay, interesting. Then also the LinkedIn test too also helps. So that is that on certification. Smart doesn't have it yet. Francisca, do you have any legitimate cybersecurity certification or license with you currently?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, so make plans to sit for ISC2 during this your 2 month stay. You don't have to sit for it immediately, but when you start your preparation, for example, Smart already started taking the ISC2 course outline and he's almost done with it. So once you're done with it, and you can now schedule ahead when you want the exam to be arranged for you. Their exam centers are somewhere scattered around Lagos. I did mine in Ekate. Ekate is somewhere around Lekki. So that is where I took mine. I think there is another one too around another center in mainland of thereabout. Therefore, others who might not be in Lagos, you could just search around your area to know the centers you could write. So this material we are using is, like I told you, will also be in your folder. And just a quick run through on it. We are looking at the network team and why are they important to us? Because of the devices that are being used. You understand that these devices, they are the ones that keep logs of the things that are happening underneath every line of connection. So we will meet them further up. We also have the security devices to antivirus, host firewall, host encryption, disk encryptions, etc. So when there is a hit on any system and it passes through any of these, so we can be able to get the logs. Okay. Likewise, some of these too. And those are one of the major inputs we'll be needing ahead. So we have the InfoSec security team. This is one of the interesting parts also, the GROC part, you understand? So, and GROC stands for Governance, Risk and Compliance. This particular department, they are tasked with doing just interestingly very good stuff. They conduct regular audits, they draft security policies, adherence to regulatory compliances. They also conduct user awareness trainings, etc. You see, so anybody who has skills around accounting, etc., some of these things around there will do well in this section of cybersecurity. Those two who do not have those prerequisite skills but still wants to go into GRC can still do well. In fact, I myself, I am eyeing a GRC role sometime in the future, but we'll still get there. So let me rush down to the places that concerns us. Security Operations Center, there are 4 basic roles that will be jumping through in this industry or in this sector. And you will be monitoring alerts, you will be detecting them, you will be investigating, and you will be responding to cyber threats. And also remember that there are tiers of job. If I don't call them tiers, TIER, I call them level. There are level 1, level 2, and also I think level 3 in SOC Operation Analyst. So we will get to look into the SIEM, the SOA, we'll also look into the threat intelligence and also some analysis tools used in the industry. So evolution of SOC. From the year 2008 to 2010, we have this little engineering called Stuxnet, which happens to be the first cyber weapon designed to bring down Iran's nuclear power plant. You see what I told you guys, that cybercrime can go as high as a national threat. Can imagine when a single cyber weapon was designed to bring down a whole country's nuclear power plant. So when you hear of countries being hard on cyber criminals, you should know that it is worth attacking to. We also have many companies in the past. If you go online on Google, anywhere, you search on major cyber attacks, you will find a huge number of them. So who is safe online if the big organizations that we expect to even have what it takes to protect themselves are still being heavily hit? So let's look at the state of industries or businesses before SOC came in. On this little journey we are taking, it is very important because your foundation and understanding the ground rules will help you ahead. So you know, this is the reason why I am doing this. And this is the goal I anticipate to have. So it says here that, Valentine, please, can you read? Read for us.
It took days for companies to detect an attack.
Sorry, go again. Start again. Say it took what?
It took days for companies to detected an attack.
Wait, stop. Smart, can you read what you see? Let me know whether I'm the only one confused.
Yeah, it took 205 days for companies to detect
Okay,
an
the
attack.
205 days. You know, I saw it as a color. I saw this color thing. I didn't know that it was among them.
Okay, interesting. No problem. No. So it took 205 days for companies to detect an attack. 205 days. That's almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
So 80 days before the attack happened, there were indications that that attack would happen. Those kind of indications are what we call indicators of compromise, IOC. Call them IOCs in the industry. These are pieces of evidence that something happened or something will happen, or understand. So 80 days before the attack, there were indications that the attack would happen. So 67% of the time, the attacks were even detected by outsiders, not even what's it called, the people in the industry. Do you understand? How deadly do you think this is? Francisca, is she sleeping?
Hello?
Yes, France. Are you following us at all?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what did I ask? What was the question?
So I didn't get the last one.
Because you were not following us. Okay, I understand. It's all right. So we say that it took 205 days for companies to detect an attack. 80 days before the attack happened, there were indicators or indications that that attack would happen. Now, 67% of the time, the attacks were detected by an external entity. And I asked, France, how deadly is this scenario?
If it took 7%, that means it is very, very high.
What is high?
The the attack on well the
Now, France, read from beginning. Start reading from the beginning.
it took it took 205 days for company to detect attack. 80 days before the attack, there was an indication that the attack would happen. 67% of the time, the attack are detected by now entity. That means um, people knew about it and acted upon the attack before it happened.
Interesting. Valentine, could you explain this slide? Hello, Valentine. Are you there?
What I understand here is that they already knew that the attack was going to happen.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, they already knew that it was going to happen.
Interesting. Smart. What do you understand by this scenario?
Um, I think from my understanding, it means that uh, the attack has already happened. I think it has already happened. It's going to take you 205 days to detect an attack. Uh, Whoever is attacking you will not wait 205 days to attack you. I think the detection it has already happened before detecting the attack. I'm not sure. I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay.
So
So,
for this,
yes.
like,
Wrap up, please.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
You see, I need you guys undivided attention because if you miss the ground for the foundations, you will miss the entire thing. So flow with me, don't lose me. Whenever you feel confused, ensure you ask questions. The statement says it took companies up to 205 days for them to detect an attack, a cyber attack. Then, 80 days before this attack was carried out, there were indications that the attack would happen. But let's say for some reasons, nothing was done about it. Then now it's been done, 67% of the time, the result of this attack was not even detected by the company, but outsiders. Does it make a little bit sense?
Yeah.
Let's look at a calendar. Let's assume that a thief plans to come and steal in your house, and he started visiting your house from January 20th. He'll be visiting almost sometimes, some days, be checking around your security, be scoping the whole place until April 2nd. He now eventually attacked your house. After he attacked your house, you did not even notice that someone came in and stole anything from your house until around November, when people say, Francisca, why is your back door open? It looks like you left it intentionally open. You say, no, how could my back door be open? I thought I closed it. Only for you to come out there and see that your back door has been open and everything in your storage house has disappeared. Does it make sense? The scenario we painted?
Yes, it makes sense.
Yes, it does.
So it actually means that Francisca had the opportunity and had the pre-information to stop this attack, but either due to negligence or ignorance, the attack happened eventually. And also, she could not even notice it until it was over late. This was the state of companies before Security Operations Center came in. And this will let you know the reason why Security Operations Center is like the superheroes of the time in this era. What is the root cause? Lack of visibility. Nobody was watching. There was nobody tasked with the job of monitoring, detecting, and even responding to those initial, IOCs. Those traits, those things that look as though it is suspectful. They say I think in Nigeria, they say, if you see something, do what? There's a going saying in Nigeria, said, if you see something, do what?
Say something.
Yes, if you see something, say something.
Say something.
Yeah. So nobody was looking, nobody was monitoring, and that was why we could be able to record that kind of devastating events. So to fix that scenario, there was a need for security monitoring. This is the reason why you are monitoring. This is the reason why a company will keep you to monitor. Because this threats that we are looking at might not walk into the office dressed in suit or dressed as a human being. They go behind the network lines, and those are the areas where we can catch them. We cannot catch them with our physical eyes, so we go to where we can find them. So this is what gave birth to the need for security monitoring. Now, another question comes up. What should we monitor? What are we going to be monitoring? If monitoring should solve the problem, what should we monitor? And of course, we know that network devices and computers, they all keep logs. Your phone has logs of everything you do on it, whether or not you know, whether or not you appreciate it, whether or not you know where it keeps it. Your phone has lots of activities happening every day, and it stores them. With the right security tool and the right security personnel, they can be uncovered. Little wonder when criminals are being held, they can't deny their actions because the evidence will always be there. Even sometimes when you literally delete evidence with the right tools, some of part of it can be retrieved or recovered. That is the world of technology we live in today. So what are we going to be monitoring? We are going to be monitoring system servers, security solutions, and network devices. These are some of the things we'll be monitoring. That's why I showed us the devices up in the when we started. So we have all these devices that help to maintain communication and help to maintain business transactions. These are some of the security solutions or enabling features that help businesses to thrive. Those are the places where we are going to be monitoring. Those are the things where companies are very much prized after to keep their details safe. For example, most companies' details are in their database. For Valentine that did the penetration testing, he was privileged to go into the database of the test website, which is I think is a juice shop. Yes, just like Jumia, just like any e-commerce market. There is a database somewhere that houses every detail, both the items being sold, the records of the people, the admins, the passwords. Those kind of assets need monitoring, need constant monitoring and safeguarding. So in that our practical, we were able to bypass the logins and go into the database and exfiltrate some important informations from the database. So let me even ask again, Valentine, what are some of the things you found in the database of the juice shop?
Wallets, people's wallets. Um, uh, Let me just say wallets. Then I saw
Okay.
their transactions, what
Yes.
they bought, and outgoing and incoming.
Yeah. So this to show you an example of some of the things that are highly valued for this. For if that were an actual company, in fact, that would mean a total takeover because by the time you are inside someone's database, what else is remaining? You just pack out everything or lock the database. That is where you see ransomware. The person will now encrypt the database and now tell the owners, please, oh, I've encrypted the people's database. If you want it, you pay so and so. But that is our job to ensure that those things remain safe. For those that are into penetration testing class, their job is to go through that process, then tell and show the owner, look and see how we penetrated, and this is how you can keep it more safe. So everything works hand and hand together. So we also met some challenges since we say we are going to be monitoring logs, systems, and network devices. Another challenge came up, which was that the logs were not that easy to read and understand. Plus, no standards to follow. The logs from different devices and different manufacturers come in any way and any format they want. Then lastly, the huge volume of those logs. Some devices logs up to 25 million details in a day, meaning almost 300 logs going in per second. 300 logs going in per second. So let's do a little practical. Francisca, can you make make meaning out of this log that is here? Try to read it through and let us know if you understand what is happening. This is an example of one log, a log of a system. Are you there? I think
I
you're
I
okay.
am.
All right, go ahead, fire on.
Well, I think the log is all about someone entering through the Google search engine through Mozilla using uh, a Windows server
Windows system, right?
system, yeah, through Firefox. I
You've
don't
tried.
know.
You've tried. In fact, I'll give you 65 over 100. You tried very well. So you got some of the major pointers. Someone, and that someone, who is that someone? Where do we see the someone? Let me even ask you. Francisca, where do you see the someone? Where is the
Uh,
person?
I don't know.
Interesting. Smart, where is the person? How do we find the person in this log?
Gecko. Is it Gecko?
I think it's from the IP address.
So where is the IP address? Is it there?
Yeah, the 111.111.111.
Fantastic. That is it. So all these things are pieces of evidence. These are what we call indicators of compromise. When you find this evidence, these are some of the things from what Francisca said, from what you said, these are what we use to build cases and say, okay, we can say for sure this, the person that owns this IP address came into this Google, came into the Google search and searched for something. What did he search for? He searched for log analyzer, whatever he wanted to do with it, we don't know. And he was using a Windows system, okay? And this is the time and date he did this. So we have an information, we have something to work with. And we can even go a little further to say, let us know the characteristics or the this person, who is he, or this device, what has he been up to in the past. So we will take this IP address and take it into what we call a threat intelligence platform. Threat intelligence platform are platforms that host or that create intelligence about threats. So if you want to know what this threat is all about, probably you see a virus, you want to know what this virus is all about, or you want to know whether someone is malicious, or you want to know if this link this person sent me is malicious. You want to know if this document this guy sent me or that they sent to me in the office, whether it is malicious. You take them to a threat intelligence platform, which we're going to see now. We're going to use one as a practical example, which all of you are expected also to practicalize, hands-on, to check it out to see. So open up a new page on your Google and type in, yeah, okay, that's a reminder. And type in www dot, if you want, you do www or not, you just say virustotal.com. We're using VirusTotal as one of the uh, test threat intelligence platform we're going to use for these tests now. Virustotal.com, virustotal.com. If you have seen the page, enter it, screenshot it, and send to my DM. If you have your phone and you have a system, snap it, send it to my WhatsApp to ensure or to let me know that you are there. In the next 1 minute, go. Want to go? I want to get it on my phone. Let me see what you guys have seen. Okay, I've seen smartphone. Good. France and Valentine. Oh, Smart said he used these ones in his first class. Interesting. Fantastic. France, are you sleeping?
No, I'm not sleeping. No,
I have to
I'm.
be sure.
No, I'm not with my laptop like I told you initially.
Okay, you're just
Um,
with your phone.
yes.
Okay, so when you're listening to and when you're going through the recording, you have to do this practical. Send me the screenshot on my WhatsApp.
All right.
Valentine, what about you? Where is yours? Valentine is sleeping.
No, I'm not sleeping. I sent something on your WhatsApp.
Okay, I just saw it now. Open virustotal.com. Open the page so that it will look exactly like what you're seeing on my screen. Then you send the screenshot. Okay. Now, inside the search bar, we are going to type in this IP address that we found from the log. So, someone remind me, what is the IP address again?
111.111.11. I think it's one or true.
Okay. So, now, before we do this guy's own, let's check Google's own first. Let's let's scout out what Google looks like in a threat intelligence platform. Who knows Google's IP address?
Hmm.
8.8.8.8.
Yes,
That
yes.
that is Google. So enter. Let's see how clean Google is on this threat intelligence platform. Okay, we are seeing green everywhere. Fantastic, very interesting. Green, okay. Clean, 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 clean. Also, you could see detection, see details, see relation, see communities. So when you're going through it, explore. So you can also see the country here by the left right hand side, United States. Okay. Mhm. Now let's check for that our guy zone 111.111.111.111 1 2 3 4. Okay, so how many do we have here? 111.111.111.11. Are we correct? It says 6 detected files communicating with this IP address. And where is it from? From my hovering of the hand, where is it from?
Japan.
Good, Japan. Okay. And we're seeing a high alert here. It says back to back tech, an analysis of recent black tech operations and an open directory full of exploits. Okay. So we are seeing a suspicious mark on it. Meaning, yes, it might look clean, but when we dig in deeper about this person, we might find him not so clean. So
But
this,
this suspicious here,
yes, yes, yes.
not suspicious there.
He said there's suspicious here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it makes you to be alert when dealing with someone with that IP address. So it raises your concern. Now you are a step away or ahead. You already have a mark on him. This guy might not be so clean. So you pen it down. Then you keep on looking for more evidence. Okay, look at more of the things he has done. If he has dropped any file, you take the file, you check it too on this platform. This platform can take files. Let's go to the home page. You can take file, meaning you could choose a file to check whether the file is authentic or not, whether the file is malicious. You can also paste a URL. Someone could send you a link and say, open this link and check. Just copy it carefully and come and paste it here. And it will give a record of whether that link is malicious or not. Under the search icons too, you can search URL, IP address, domain name. Someone sends you a domain and say click our website and check. If you are not too sure, you could search the domain name here and you see. So it says search for hash, domain, IP address, URL, or gain additional context and threat landscape visibility with our threat intelligence offering. So let's
So
head
sorry,
back.
sir.
Yes, go
Sorry, sir.
ahead. Ask the question, please.
Apart from putting IP address or that URS, this thing, can't you search with someone's phone number there too? If the person is
Phone
suspicious, like,
number. Well,
yes, is it possible?
as you are asking the question, let's do it. That's one of the best ways to learn. You try it out. If it doesn't work, you know what works and what doesn't work. So let me put the country. I'm trying to search my own. So let me search and see what is going to bring out. We currently don't have any comments that fits your search. Fits your search. You see the answer we got. So I searched my phone number and nothing is there. So probably, who knows whether if you have a phone number that has been used so much into crime, maybe when you put it
Mm,
on, some things might pop up. Hey, you know, this is
yeah.
a community. This is a community. So someone might have reported that number or something relating to that. So just search and make inquiries when you are doing your investigation. Remember, we monitor, we detect, we analyze. These are part of analysis. We analyze, then gather information, then reaffirm, then respond to the incident. Francisca, are you following?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Smart, I guess you're following too, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. So for all its worth, this is how long we could take to analyze a single log. So you can imagine what happens if we are looking at over 300 logs per second. How easy will that be, Francisco?
Very daunting.
Yes, very daunting. Very, very. And that is why we have this next slide for the solution. We now have a solution called the SIEM, Security Information and Event Management. Hope you are seeing how we are coming, where we started, and where we are. We started from visibility, not being able to see anything. We now jumped into, okay, let us get visibility, let us start monitoring. Now we've started monitoring. Another challenge is the stuffs we are monitoring, they come at a very lengthy load, and we cannot be able to, as human beings, pacify all of them. Now another solution comes up, which is the same tool, security information and event management. So what does and how does this same tool helps us? How will it help us? For the sake that you guys are not beginners, can anybody give me his or own understanding of what the security information event management tool does, or what do you think it does, and how do you think, or from your experience, how will it help us? You guys are not beginners, so
I, I, to my understanding, I feel it's still actually monitoring too.
okay, 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 good. Smart, what do you have to say? Smart is sleeping.
Yeah. Well, it seems to actually it, it just it analyzes and collect
Okay,
analysis and collect security data.
okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you, Francisca.
Okay, well, I think it's a tool that helps a company to analyze and respond to threats.
Okay, majorly it does the gathering. Majorly it does the gathering. Once it gets the gatherings, then it amplifies views so that you can see it very well, because the user interface is user friendly in such a way that you can now actually see, okay, this is the real threat, because these logs that I'm telling you about, even when you log in, it creates an event. When you log off, an event. When you miss your password, an event. When you get the password, an event. So now, how do we now know which one is the real threat out of all the noise? Okay, It is part of the job of the SIEM tool. The SIEM will sieve, it will sieve out the noise and bring out quality logs out for us so that it will not be overwhelming. So what is the same? The same what it does, it takes logs, like I told you, it is an entry point for these logs. All the logs that we want to be monitoring, it takes them and does some kind of magic. Now, if you are a beginner, I would say it does this magic and brings out suspicious activities. As an advanced cybersecurity learner, what do you think happens inside the SOC that helps to bring us clarity? What do you think? Just what do you think? What do you think? I said some of it a few seconds ago. What do you think? Valentine.
Like it helps us to see the clearer view.
How does it do that? How does it do that?
Like accumulating all these logs, then being transferred into this the SIEM, then we can now
Ah,
see it clearly. Like
I want to get logics. Smart. How do you think it does this?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay, interesting. Francisca, how do you think this is being done? This magic.
Well, I'm not sure, but I think it arranges them and analyzes.
It's
you,
still
you actually
English.
you said something like the gathering of like just like gathering of logs and being be transparent. That is when you see it clear to see what you actually want to see.
Okay. We are still speaking English. I needed logic. So let me paint a little picture for you guys of what the logic might be like. Remember, you guys are advanced students, so um, every little detail matters a lot, at least. Now, when we are done, when someone asks you a question under Security Operations Center, especially when it comes to monitoring, when you are talking about a monitoring tool and they want to throw you off balance, you cannot tell them, Oga, I sabi how this thing they work. Or in fact, I even sabi the logic behind how this thing they work. And the person will be like, no be book you just read. You really sabi wetin this thing dey do. So, and that will be nice, right? Of course, man. Of course, it will help you gain more confidence in proving your point. So we get logs from our network devices. We get logs. All these are logs. Okay, let's get a new link. Overclogging students with too much information. A bit here, a bit there, so that you can process it very well without forgetting. So the network devices, we gather logs from them, and we are sending those logs into the same tool. Now we have the same tool. The same tool we say does some magic, then gives us back um, shows of real or potential threats. So it sees, for example, if 100 million logs enter, we might be seeing 1,000 potential threat logs here. That's a good churn down, right? From 100 million to 1,000, right? Does anyone agree with me?
Yes.
Yes. So instead of normally going through 100 million logs or even 10 million logs, the company now has 1,000 logs to focus their energy on. So within that 1,000 logs, they will now share it to their SOC analyst. Oh yeah, man this, take care of this, look at this, what is happening, what is happening. So what happens inside here is done with what we call correlation rules. Rules. And for example, rule 1 might say if you get a failed login event 3 times under 5 seconds, raise it as flag it or raise it as priority potential threat. Flag it as a threat. So when someone comes in and under 5 seconds, the first password you put wrong, second one wrong, third one wrong, fourth one wrong, the SIEM tool will I'm coming. The SIEM tool will flag it as a potential threat. Osiema, go ahead.
Yeah. This correlation rule that you're talking about, um, are we going to be the person to log them in? Is that just like creating group policies?
Good. Those are what it is. Policies, correlation rules, group policies. When we get to the roles in SOC, you will find whose responsibility it is to set up the SOC, to set up the rules, the same tools, set them up. Okay, so when we get there, you'll find whose rules it is, whose role it is to set up some of these things. For example, you guys' role coming in as analyst level 1, your role is just to monitor, make use of the tools that has been set up. Level 2 also does that, but also do extra work. But I think either the manager or the SOC engineer, those are the guys that provision the tools and set them up, even interact with the vendors. But we're going to see that below. But just have in mind that yes, correlation rules, group policies, just as though you are putting a policy on a firewall. So those are the things that will catch and sieve the logs that are coming in. And also inside the same tool is our same tool, our SIEM. What is SIEM? What is the full meaning of SIEM, Francisca?
Security information and event management.
Yes, you got it. So we also have threat intelligence plugs or platforms connected to the same tool. Let's assume we are using the Wazoo, which is what we are going to be using in our lab session. The threat intelligence is also tagged into it so that once it gets that log of failed attempt under 5 seconds, it matches it, goes to threat intelligence platform, checks if this IP address has been known for anything malicious in the past. If yes, you flag it more as a more bigger potential threat. So out there in the results in the screen, you will see logs that are on red, you see the ones that are on blue, you see the ones that are on yellow, you see the ones that are, let's say, purple. So automatically you also see the ones that are white. So automatically the ones that are red will need instant or more daring, what's it called? They are much, you will say that they are much, they are looking more deadly, or they need, how do they put it? When you take someone to, yeah, when you take someone to Yeah, when you take someone to the hospital and the person's condition is critical, so the person needs what? Urgent attention. Yes. So when you get these color coded um, logs that have been set, when you see the ones that are red, those ones need urgent attention. You have to treat them fast because they carry stronger weight. When you see the blue ones, okay, the yellow ones, okay, the white ones might actually be log in and log off. So depending on how the engineer, sets the barcodes of all these things. But um, that's just pretty simple in a layman's or in a basic understanding of how the same tool works. So for now, if someone asks you a question of you're talking about SIM tool. What is the SIM tool? How does it work? You could be able to paint an analogy of how these things work. So if you are here now and you can do that, give it a shot. Let's start from who should I start with? If you are confident enough to explain how the SIM tool works, let me know so that you go first. Who is confident enough? Who is okay? We have somebody's hand of smart or a fire on smart.
Thank you. Well, the explanation is simple. Um, same tools work. The way they work is just like you said earlier. Is there the correlation rule? Just like the group policy, and then the threat intelligence something. They kind of sieve out the most important and information or threat, the ones that need urgent attention, they set them on high alert.
Mm-hmm.
I think the from the arrows we drew earlier, the white, the blue, those ones we kind of uh, they will be under the rest of the important ones.
Mm-hmm.
That is how it is trimmed down 100 million logs down to maybe 1,000 or 2,000 logs. Because due to the rules or the rules correlation rules that have been set up in the same tool.
Yes, you are correct. So, not to use speed and push us into the lab setup, let me open up. Uh, let me open up my workspace, the company, and let's look into some of the. How many of us have seen the how the platform looks like? I'm sure my password is still.
Me.
Who said no?
You say no. I say like I've seen this interface like this. This one now.
Oh, okay, you have. Francisca, have you?
I haven't. I only opened it last week when I asked you if I could and download them, but you said that we're going to do it some other time.
Okay, so my access is being disabled. I'm going to show you guys probably in our next class. That's why I say everybody should get ready and get your logins ready so that you could be able to be seeing this. But this is introduction anyway. Let's not overpack our introduction class. It's already looking as though we are deep into serious business. Right? Okay, so we see that the logs coming into the same tool and from the same tool, yes, we now see the suspicious activities and that happens. So let's do a little recap. We're going to be doing a little recap now. It's already past 2. We've seen the problem in the past, how the industries fared before the advent of security operations center. Now we've also seen The root cause, nobody was watching, nobody was monitoring, so it was very hard to detect what was happening. So, and the solution came up with introduction of the same tool, which is the security information event management. So that is where we are. Any question before we go into the next class? We have to schedule it, I don't know, probably on weekend so that we'll wrap up introductions. I think it's very healthy that the three of you stay together, at least throughout the introduction. Then after the introduction, we could all break out into our individual time zones. If that is okay by you guys, if you want to break out, you break out. If you don't want, the three of you can decide on feasible time frame and date and days that can help you guys to co-learn together. But it's all on you guys' choice. If you people, three of you, make that decision from the group on your individual DMs and come up with Mr. Brian. Our three we've decided that we can be doing the classes together at so day and so time. Then I have no other option than to grant people the request. But if not, then everybody does their individual classes. Someone's hand is up.
So,
yes, go ahead, Smart.
Okay.
Go ahead, Smart.
Right. Okay, Smart.
Oh, okay. Before the branching out an individual, doing the classes together or branching out. First of all, how many days in a week
do you guys get?
Count
Okay.
the days we can be able to meet together.
If you guys should come up with 2 times in a week for joint classes. Then for individuals, if there is any other thing, like I told you people, the lab stays on. So if we have 2 times a week class, even when we are not in class, the labs are on, meaning you can be doing your class works or your personal works without even involving me or involving any of the class members. You guys can also decide to, okay, maybe this night let us go into the Wazoo and look around what Wazoo is, check it, do your personal stuff. So 2 feast class for the week so that people will have enough time. Then trust me when I say anything you're looking for in the program, you must get it and you must finish it. I'm not part into giving people half meals. I believe that. So go ahead. Any other question, or did I answer you properly?
Sir, please, the recording, sir, are we going to get to this class recording?
Yes, of course. In fact, almost today, before the day runs out, it should be out.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Francisca, I've not heard your voice. What are you saying?
No, I would just
It's because of you that this weekend is coming up. Because you're the only girl in the class. Oh,
No,
yeah. People should make the decision. Just make the decision and let me know.
If we don't to do a bullying weekend.
Obule. Hi, Valentine. I beg. I don't have strength. You don't need to do Obule. Okay. It's all right. You guys should just make a decision. Then let me know before our next class. The next class should be. When do you guys? Should we do tomorrow 1 p.m. for the next class? For this introduction, so that we can.
It's fine.
So that we can wrap up. Smart, I think Smart has something on Tuesday. Smart, tell me, how is 1 p.m. for you Tuesday tomorrow?
Yeah, 1 p.m. is okay. Tomorrow is
okay. Okay, tomorrow we'll wrap up this introduction class tomorrow. So tomorrow, look at what we're going to be doing. We'll look at the roles and the operations, how they operate, and what we're expected to be doing in real time in correlation with the the teams. So we'll look at the individual roles, what they do, what they are supposed to do. Then we'll wrap up with introduction to SOC. Then from the next class, we'll go into after this one we're going to have tomorrow. The upper one will start going into our labs to look around and start getting ourselves familiar with the day-to-day routine jobs and so on. So, guys, we've had a fantastic time today, and I'm happy you guys showed up strong and fired up. Please keep up the energy till the end of your training. If there's still more, I didn't even know what I told you guys. We are planning on returning some of our best learners to be doing active monitoring in the lab because some of the companies I work with, we might be watching over their products in real time. So the people who might be returning might be doing that monitoring work for us, and we'll be paying them internship fee money. So this one is not original company employment, but it still helps, even if it solves your data and your fueling, and also keeps you in the loop and in the industry until you get a big job coming out there. So if it is something that you guys still consider worth it before the end of the training, you also let me know you're interested, and we'll let you know how to go through it. So thank you very much, France. Thank you very much, Smart. Thank you very much, Valentine, for a nice time. See you guys
Thank you.
tomorrow.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.